We do not own the rights to this music. It is not ours, but this is our show. Seagraves Says, yeah, we back in that action.
Don't tell me you back in that action.
Back in that action.
Let's go! Let's go! Go,
man.
Go, go. Hey!
Before you blame, accept responsibility.
Ooh, and accountability.
And I accept the responsibility, and I'm accountable for not being on my best. SHIT. Okay, let's go. Let's get it.
Hey, let's go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What we believe may divide us, but in whom we believe should unite us. You heard me? The Almighty. Because I am a God, not the God. We back. We back. You see that back there, that 11 to 12?
Might not be that time frame, but we'll be back every Wednesday, y'all.
When we praise. Amen. Amen. Salah. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in today. And let's go. Let's get right into it.
So I just wanted to start this podcast off by saying I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us. But most of all, I know a lot of people that are fighting battles with their health, with their mental health, with their physical health. And I just want to send out a big, huge prayer to any and everybody that's going through a silent battle or that's going through a public battle with their health. Because I know that we are in a time right now to where we honestly need to stick together, come together, love each other and support one another. I know my mom is going through some things. My daughter is going through some things.
My grandmother's going through some things,
you know. A couple of people from Plano that I know, just different people are fighting battles with cancer and lupus and
Alzheimer's, dementia.
It's a lot of things out there that I feel like we do have control of. Once we get control and accountability over the things that we eat, it'll change the effectiveness of our bodies. But first of all, we have to be accountable for the things that we put into our mouths. We have to be accountable for the way that we cook our foods. We have to be accountable for, just knowing what it is that you're putting into your body, because it makes a big difference at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And just watching my mom go through her struggle and, just everything that she's going through, it makes me. I stopped eating meat 8 years ago. And the main reason why I stopped eating meat was because I watched my mom take 2 shots for her diabetes almost my entire life. I have a huge fear of needles. Not saying that I'm scared of needles per se. I just don't like needles. I don't like shots. I don't like anything associated with the needle. So once I started to become accountable about the things that were going into my mouth, I cut meat off cold turkey, and I'm right at 8 years, and I'm very proud of myself for that, because I grew up on every meat that there is. I grew up on bacon, ham, sausage, turkey, steaks, and just whatever it was. I grew up on those things. So for me to be able to, be accountable and then let those things go, I just feel really good. I feel good about it as a whole, because it took major discipline in order for me to get to where I am today. It didn't happen overnight, but it did make me shine and reflect and want to get my family healthy, you know. And when I say my family, meaning the family that I prepare my meals for. If it's outside of my household, I can't control what nobody else eats, but the way that I buy my groceries, the way that I prepare my food, I can control that. So me and my husband have been really conscientious about, you know, just trying to be a healthier us this year. I'm also putting in work when it comes to my daily regimen, when it comes to exercising, you know, getting my steps in and, you know, just doing the things that I need to do. So at least 5 times a week, I'm getting 5 to 8 miles in 5 times a week. And it feels really good. I see the difference in my body. I see the difference in my complexion. Like I truly see the difference. And so I'm accountable. I can't be mad at nobody but myself if I don't look or feel the way I want to look and feel. At the end of the day, it's nobody else's fault. So I just want to start the podcast off by, you know, the like I said, the huge shout out and just the prayers to everybody that's going through what they're going through.
That's awesome. Appreciate how you started out. Like she said, you know, we're dealing with a lot of Alzheimer's. We're dealing with a lot of dementia. My grandmother right now, she's 88 and she's dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia. I know I have a couple of other school and childhood friends that family had dealt with dementia. And it's a hard process to watch. It's a hard thing to look at when your family is going through where they can't even remember themselves. They can't remember you. They can't remember what they ate. They don't know what year it is. And it's hard. And like my wife was telling you, it's a lot to do with what we eat, what we drink, and we got to get better, and we got to come together as a unit, as a family, and not just the family that you are born into, but the family that is out there, which is every individual out here in this world. We are all resources. All human beings are resources, and we got to utilize our resources. We got to bound together or bond together and make this change, you know, and stop being so hateful to one another and start coming together and really trying to understand that it takes a team of people to come together and make a change. And me personally, I want that change. I want to see that change. I want to bond with people that I've never bonded with before. And I want to squash the hate and let's build together. And our community is good if we build together. Would y'all agree? I hope you would agree because we can't do anything alone. And we're going to need each other, whether it's for food, shelter, water,
Education.
all of that, you know, making clothes and building back our own Black Wall Street, you know, and we're very well capable of it. And we don't have to be like anybody else. We just got to be ourselves.
That's right. That's right.
We got to do this thing together, you know, and success, whew, is measured in so many ways other than money.
Right. Ooh, man, you better say that. It's also measured in resources, right?
Man, that's
When
the
you're
main
successful
thing.
in resources, you're a successful individual. When you're successful with with the way you educate yourself, that's being a successful individual. When you're successful with the way that you love, that's being a successful individual. When you're
Man,
successful with the way that you're empathetic towards others, and you know, there's so many different levels to success. So it's like people just get hung up on the financial aspect of success. But to tell the truth, it's so many different levels that you can be
man,
successful on. Me personally, just from the last 6 months till now, I am realizing a different level of my success and who I am as an individual, and just, you know, the goals that I've set for myself. And I don't really do New Year's resolutions because I feel like every day that you wake up, you can be getting better at something. So I'm not going to wait until the turn of a year to say, oh, this is a new year and new me and new
mm-mm.
this and new that. No, if God gives me breath in my lungs on a new day, this is a new day for me to be a better person. And so I set small goals for myself in that aspect. I set 6 month goals for myself. I set 12-month goals for myself. I'm just a different type of individual. I set week goals for myself. You know what I'm saying? It just, who you are is really determined by your actions and the things that you put into
Man,
play. It's determined by the things that you focus on. And I can honestly say, like, as human beings, we have become so critical of one another. And I don't know if it's because of the social media
it
era,
is.
but I know that the social media era gives people an opportunity to be more vocal and speak on other people's lives in an aspect that we didn't always have in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like people think that they have the right to judge you by what you put on social media. So I have noticed that I've pulled back a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't share as much as I used to. And I can honestly say that I used to be an oversharer. And these days, I'm not sharing a whole lot of nothing is going on because people think that they know you simply based upon what you share on social media. So, you
And
know, if you see me share a little bit here and there, I'm not sharing it to be boastful. I'm not sharing it to brag. I'm not sharing it to seem like I got more than anybody. I'm proud of myself.
You should be, babe.
I'm just a little girl from Plano, Texas. This is just a little boy from McKinney, Texas, and we've made it all the way out here. Granted, we're not done pushing. Granted, we're not done growing.
God ain't finished with
we're
us.
Not done with our calling and our journey, but at the same time, it's okay to be proud of where we are. It's okay to be proud of the things that we've overcame.
And it's okay for you to be proud.
Everything that we've gained in the process of leaving our hometown. It's okay to be proud of those things. So when you meet people or people who see you from who you used to be and now they see who you are now, those are the main ones that I always want to tell you, hey, you better be humble before God take that away from you. Oh, you better humble yourself before God take this and God take that. How do you think I got it to begin with? I got it because I woke up every day and I was persistent with my everything. We all have individual relationships, or I would hope that y'all know that y'all have an individual relationship with God. So I don't care about nobody else telling you, oh, you better humble yourself. Oh, you better this. Oh, you better that. I got all of these things because I stayed true to myself. I stayed true to my Bible. I stayed true to my husband. I stayed true to my family. I stayed true to God. So God is continuously blessing me with these things. So when y'all tell other people to humble themselves, they humbly got themselves in that position that's got you jealous of them. They humbly got themselves in that position that has you envying them. They humbly got themselves in that position that has you feeling like they're better than you and they this and they that. They're there for a reason.
God bless you to be a blessing to others. God uses you to be a walking testimony. Okay, Rucker, a walking testimony so that you can attest to the things that you've been through and people can see your walk.
Right.
You know, look where we come from. We all got a background. We all got a past. And that is success to move forward from your past.
Ain't that it?
You better say it. You know it.
You better say it.
So with that being said, just look and take inventory of your life and look where you come from and look where you are now. And you better give thanks. Not only to God, give thanks to yourself to having that will to persevere, having that will to get up and say, man, I gotta do it. I just can't give up because it's something greater right beyond not giving up.
Right. This is true.
And right now, a lot of people are going through some things, and if you out there going through some things, just don't give up. Just don't give up. Keep going.
Keep pushing.
Look in the mirror and say, I got this.
I got this.
I want y'all to say, man, I got this.
I got this.
Amen.
Amen.
And say to yourself, say to your family that we gonna make it.
We gonna make it. Hey, we gonna make it. We gonna make it.
All right? For real.
Oh, man.
And we got to understand that the time is coming nigh to where we got to pull together. Because this world ain't getting no better, but the people can get better.
This is true.
And we got to understand that we got to build these resources with one another. We got to tap into one another. And we got to put our petty ways aside and put our egos aside. And let's get to the money. Let's get to building a better world. And let's get to building facilities for the homeless, building facilities for our children to come in and be taught the right way, not the federal way, not the social way, but our way. One that teaches our true background, that we didn't just start as slaves. No, we started innovators. We helped build this world. We were the world. And they took our ideas and made it to theirs. And that's not what the way is. It's our way.
That's right.
It's always been our way.
That's right.
Don't continue to let these people trick you out of your position. Stay the course, see the results.
That's right. That's right.
That's all you got to do is stay the course, see the results. And don't tell people your ideas.
Please don't.
Don't show it. Don't say it, just show it. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And that's what I've learned to do. I've stopped showing that. All I'm going to do is get on here and motivate y'all. And when I show you something, it's because God has told me to show it to you. I'm allowing God to lead me and take that anger from out of my body, because I've been dealing with a lot of anger for a long time. It's time for me to start showing a different emotion. And my new emotion is love. Ooh. I just want to love everybody and love everybody into wholeness, because I've learned to love myself into wholeness. Ooh. You heard me?
Ooh.
For real.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? But for real, and I'm thankful for this beautiful woman to the left of me, because her growth has helped me grow.
Okay, you
For
better say
real.
that. You better
This,
say
you
that.
know, and they a woman's love is so nurturing if you allow her to nurture you.
Mm,
For real.
okay.
My God. I've never had love like this before, other than, my grandmother and, my Aunt KK. You know what I'm saying? That unconditional love from a woman is so healthy and so pure, especially when it comes from the heart and the soul.
You know, one thing that I've learned by being with you is that love ain't what I used to think that it was.
Mm.
And when I say that, saying that the relationships that I had in the past, I always thought that I was in love with those people. I always felt like those people were in love with me. But you have shown me what real love is. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is caring. Love is understanding. Love is wisdom. Love is knowledge. Love is allowing you to lead even when I feel like I'm supposed to be the rah, because I've always been the sole provider. I've always been the independent one, but I have literally, love has shown me that it's okay for me to be submissive to you. Love has shown me that it's okay for me to be open with you. Love has shown me that it's okay for me to give you my all. I've always trusted you since the day that I met you. I really feel like I loved you since the day I met you. I know I told you I love you first, but it's like you've shown me what love it really is. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody take away the things that we're building together. Can't nobody ever come and, talk negative about you to me. Can't nobody say anything bad about you to me because they gonna catch everything that they looking for trying to come to me and
I
take
know
nothing
that's
about my
right.
husband to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just appreciate you for being so patient with me because I know that I have my ups and downs. I know that I have my mood swings. I know that I go into withdrawals, meaning missing my family, and I may act a certain way. You are so loving, patient, and kind with me. You're so understanding. You uplift me when I'm down, and it's like without even using my words and telling you that I'm down, you can just feel my energy and you automatically start to breathe and speak life back into me.
Because you're my person.
That's how I know that you love me because rather than you kicking me while I'm down, you breathe life into me when I'm down.
You're my person.
You make sure that I'm uplifted. You make sure that I'm pulled back up. You understand what I'm saying? And our energies feed off of each other so positively and so powerfully. That's how I know that this is love. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know that you're the one for me because in the 10 years we've been together, we ain't never ran a social media with our business when we've had a disagreement. We don't go out there and talk about each other behind the other one's back, no matter what we're going through. We keep all of our business up under our roof. You know what I'm saying?
As you're
We don't
supposed
look
to.
for nobody outside of our household to lay our issues on or to, oh, my husband did this and look, he did this and look, he did that. I would never do you like that. Reason being, we're gonna make up. And after we've made up and I went and told somebody my business, them people ain't gonna be so forgiving like I was. So they're gonna constantly want to throw it up. Well, remember he did this and girl, remember he did that. A person will never have that opportunity to be in the mix of my relationship like that because if I feel some type of way, I'm coming to you and you only.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
And by your actions is gonna tell me whether or not you really feel a certain way or if you're feeling what I'm needing you to feel. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're feeling like I need you to feel, your actions are going to change. You're not going to say no words. You're just going to change your actions. I appreciate you for being a stand-up guy. I appreciate you for understanding that when it was time for us to leave Texas, neither one of us was scared. Neither one of us looked back. Neither one of us has had any regrets in the time that we've come out here. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for the way that you lead your household. I appreciate you for the way that you provide for your household. I appreciate you for the investments that you've made for your household. The ones that we speak on and the ones that are not spoken on. I appreciate you. I hold you near and dear to my heart. Anything I can do to pump life and breathe life into you, I'm going to always be there for you in that manner. I'm going to always be there for your kids as long as they allow me to be there for them. Those kids are a piece of you. So I'm going to always love your kids just as much as I love you as long as they allow me to love them. You allow me to love you. That's why you feel my love on the level you feel it on, because you don't fight my love. Certain individuals in our lives, they fight your love. They fight my love. But if they would stop fighting our love, they would understand just how wholeheartedly we really love them. Love ain't just always a dollar amount. Love ain't just always coming through for a person in a time of financial need. Love ain't just always being able to pick up the phone. Hey, can you cash out me this? Can you cash out me that? Love is kind words. Love is talking me off the bridge.
Love is motivation.
Love is motivation. Love, you motivate the woo. I'm proud of you. I love you.
Thank you.
Keep
Give me
growing.
some sugar.
Because keep growing, man.
Because you know what? When a man finds a wife, he finds favor. And what God put together, you let no man put asunder. So my God is in between you and I.
And I appreciate that.
He's wrapped all around us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming from where we come from a little shack. I darn near burnt the house down trying to make money.
He burnt down all my clothes, y'all. He burnt up my clothes, my shoes, my matching bags.
And then we left, and we moved to Denison. We stayed in Denison 5 years, and
a lot of people didn't even know
90% of people didn't even know we lived in Denison.
Right.
And we lived in a shotgun house in Denison. Mm-hmm. And then we found out that we had mold in the house. Mm-hmm. And we had got put out the house because we brought it to
the landlord's attention.
Man. Mm-hmm. And so they gave us 3 months back and our deposit back and told us we had to leave within 24 hours. Matter of fact, they gave us 48 hours. Then we ended up staying with Takara's mom for about 5 months, almost 6 months. And in the process of us staying with Takara's mom in about 5 or 6 months, we end up coming back and forth to Georgia to find a house. When we got to Georgia, the house deal didn't go through. So we was back to square one, but we knew we wasn't going back to Texas.
We didn't know a lot, but we wasn't going back home.
We were literally homeless in Georgia for about 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. For about 6 weeks, we were homeless, and we had money. We had good money in the bank, but we were homeless. We were staying in a hotel, and that was $90 to $100, maybe $120 a day. But we stayed favorable in God's eye. We stayed faithful. We believed. We kept the faith of a mustard seed. You know how little mustard seed is. And then, before you know it, booyah, we got in the house that we've been in now. Just by staying faithful to God and not being easily moved. Then we start making investments into our own stock, which is boss walking, big boss walking, little boss walking. Even put up us our own Seagraves Says. And I want to thank my uncle because that banner back there you looking at, Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie, how you doing?
Uncle Charles out there in Beantown, Boston. How you doing, sir? How you doing? We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
That man has been an intricate part of my life, man. He has helped put so many pieces together to where I didn't even know who I was at first. And then by meeting him, I understand who I am a lot more. Seagraves, strong. See that Seagraves back there? Strong. You feel me? And then to build a trucking company.
Ooh,
from the ground up with no help, with just pure grit and grind and struggle and all the emotions that come through with being a business owner and building a business from ground up. Man, we did that.
We weren't funded by OPM either, y'all. We weren't funded by other people's money. We literally came out of pocket for everything that y'all see us do. We actually understand now how to go use other people's money, but
at the time
we didn't get it, and we was literally just coming out of our own pocket for everything that we've done. So it makes you just appreciate things a little bit more when you have to fund it yourself, when you have to figure it out yourself, when you don't have nobody to hold your hand and lead you through it. Like a lot of what we're doing, we're first time in our family, we're first time generations with, you know, just a lot of the things that we've done. And so that's another reason why I'm so proud of you, because we don't have nobody showing us the way. We don't have mentors. We don't have this. We don't have the things that other people have, or, you know, the resources that most think that we have to be doing the things that we're doing. Our resources are us.
We've seen a lot of sleepless nights.
We are the resource.
I told you all at the beginning
we
of this.
We are the resource.
The human beings are the resources.
We are the resource, because I mean, without this man or without this woman, a lot of what we've done, it wouldn't even be possible.
My tire was completely flat when I met this woman.
Ooh.
I'm talking about depleted, fresh out of prison, you know, and not knowing which way to go but up. Because God led me out the belly of the beast. And all I did was start working. I really had never had, as an adult man, a 9 to 5. But when I got out that penitentiary and staying with my mom, staying with my grandmother, I didn't want that anymore. I had to find me my own place to stay. And in process of finding my own place to stay, I found this woman, this helpmate, my rib.
Okay.
And if I can do it, You can do it. You just got to stay strong, stay firm, and be a man. And don't let nobody call you sassy because you're a man and you got standards. Don't let no woman call you no, you ain't no boss. You ain't no man because you don't comply with her way. It ain't how life's supposed to go. A man and a woman that have standards, they understand their natural place in life.
That's true.
And if a woman wants you, it ain't about the money you giving. It's about the time you putting in. It's about the effort you're putting in. It's about the small things to get an understanding and that you guys are friends first and foremost.
Okay.
And that you understand that we both have bills. You understand we both have baggage, whether it's children that people tend to call baggage, or it's a lot of bills. You're dealing with a sick mother or a sick father. You're dealing with a sick aunt, a sick uncle. You got to have understanding in these days and times. How you think that certain people's parents have been together 40, 50 years? The grandparents been together. Woo! My grandparents been together 65 years, maybe a little more. And that's a beautiful thing.
That granny and papa kind of love.
Because they worked together. They didn't work against one another. They worked together. I saw them go to work and come home, take turns cooking, take turns cleaning, take turns with us, the children. You feel me? 10-4. I see you, Trace. I ain't talked to you a long time. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And with me and Takara, we have taken time to know one another. First, know one another. Understand who we were as individuals and where we wanted to go separately and together.
We definitely took time to discuss our goals.
And being a friend first has helped our relationship.
Ain't that it?
And it helped us to build on a solid ground. Our foundation is solid. I don't care what nobody talking about. From the outside looking in, it can be anything. But on the inside, telling you guys out there, this is solid. And now that we're solid, we're able to now go back and get our children and help them be on solid ground.
Ain't that it?
Because in building a blended family, everything don't be good. And those out there that have came from blended families or are in blended families, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
And it's work. And we've been putting in work over and over and over. Some crying nights, some sleepless nights, some weary days, but God. And I just want to give myself a pat on the back for not giving up, not straying away, and always being able to confide in my wife. And I see a lot of things on social media saying, don't open up to women. What's wrong with y'all? That's the natural order. That's the natural order of man and woman. Now, whatever you do, that's what you do. I don't have no hell or heaven to put you in. But in the natural order, it's man and woman. And with man and woman, if you got the right woman in your corner, in your life that is pumping life into you, you can take on the world. Because I done took on the world. And she's helped me to be a better lover.
Ooh.
She's helped me to be a better man. She's helped me to be a better father, a better son, a better grandson, a better human being, and I wouldn't want to be doing this with anybody else but you.
That's powerful.
You hear me? So
powerful.
If you got a woman out there, man, if you got a woman out there, man, grab your woman tight and hold her and love her. Because, yeah, you can be in a Corvette and you see a Lamborghini and look good, but can you afford that maintenance? Can you afford that insurance? Can you afford that? Do you want to afford that?
I love you, Chambry.
You hear me? Hey, I'd rather water my grass than go out there and start building on some more turf. Hey, baby, you hear me? I'm going to water my grass on my side, and I'm going to cultivate it to make it look beautiful. Because where I'm at, where I stand, I'm where the real milk and honey is.
Y'all, we were talking to his dad the other day, my father-in-law the other day, and he had mentioned to us, he was like, "Hey, y'all, I want y'all to do me a favor." And we was like, "What's up, Pop?" He said, "I want y'all to just take time and give each other 10 minutes."
10 minutes.
And so, he's a slow talker like his son, so you got to give him some time to get them words out. You can't overcrowd him. You can't try to rush him. You just got to give him some time to get his words out. So after he finished explaining what that 10 minutes meant, we had to both let him know, like, the reason why we've been so successful in our relationship and the reason why we're such great communicators with each other is because we may not call it what he called it, which was giving each other 10 minutes, but we literally listen to each other when the other one talks. And I don't listen to respond. I listen to wholeheartedly hear what he has to say, and he does me the same way. So my father-in-law was basically saying, him give me 10 minutes to talk without him interrupting me give him 10 minutes to talk without me interrupting him. And after he said it, it was just the cutest thing because we literally, like, this is what we do with each other without putting a name on it, without, just without anything. This is what we do with each other, is literally we give each other time to speak and be heard, because to me, that's the only way you can have a healthy relationship, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a relationship with your mom, whether it be a mother and daughter relationship, whether it be a father and son relationship. Like, the only way that relationship is going to be healthy is if you allow that person on the other end to wholeheartedly express themselves without feeling like you're going to run over them, or try to rush them, or
Are you being attacked,
or you're not listening to them, or you're being condescending to them, or you're listening but you're not listening to hear them, you're listening to already have a rebuttal to what they have to say. That's not healthy. So I don't know. I just I love where we're at right now in our growth process.
We've been doing this, you know so well. You do it so well.
Well, I don't know, because I don't.
I tell you all the time.
I don't talk to myself, if that makes any sense. I talk to you. So until you express these things to me, I really don't know. You know. But what you telling me, then that gives me the clarity that I need, because I don't know. I just wake up every day just being me. But when you express to me, you tell me these things, it's like that helps me to understand who I am to you, because you express yourself so vividly. When I first met you, you weren't an open person. You were a closed book. Man. You had every wall up in the book. Woo! I had to take my time and knock them walls down. And now you express yourself.
Thank you
now
for
you
your
talk
patience.
to me. Now you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a different individual than you were 10 years ago when we first started dating each other. And
that hurt me hard.
You have to get over that hurt in order to love yourself.
I've gotten over
literally, you have to get over hurt in order to move on. You got to get over hurt in order to be who you want to be. You got to let the hurt go.
And once you let the hurt go, you stop being so angry.
In order for me to heal, I had to let a lot of hurt
That's
grow.
right.
I mean, go, not grow. I had to let that hurt go. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, once you take the time to reflect on what was hurting you, and you actually just, I guess I can't really say just give it, I don't know, but once you just let the hurt go
and you take an inventory,
a lot of people that are holding on to hurt are still bitter. They're still angry. They're still frustrated. They're not accountable. They want to blame everybody but themselves.
That's the word.
They haven't taken the time
to heal.
Healing, right?
That's right.
Me personally, I'm not all the way healed. I am still a very broken individual, but have I healed enough to be able to be accountable in my actions? Yes. Have I healed enough in order to be able to listen to somebody when they're talking to me? Yes. Have I healed enough in order to not hold grudges against people who I feel like have hurt me or harmed me from my past? Yes. Have I healed enough in order to forgive people who haven't even apologized to me for things that they know that they were wrong doing to me? Yes, you know what I'm saying? So
that's growth.
I don't never want to look back on my life and be like, oh, I regret not saying this to that person, or oh, I regret not doing this in the moment. I try my best to be a person who lives in that moment. So when it comes up, if everybody, I'm told a lot that I'm very outspoken and I'm vocal, but the reason why I'm so outspoken and vocal is because as a kid, as a youngster, as a teenager, growing up in high school, whatever, I let people run over me. I let people say a whole bunch of things that hurt my feelings. I let people basically, their opinion mattered, but what I had to say didn't matter. So I kept my mouth closed a lot. I got to the point to where that got old. And so now, rather than letting you talk and do all the talking and your opinion be felt, oh no, I'm going to give you my opinion. So if that makes me outspoken, then fine, let me be outspoken. If that makes me strong-willed, cool, let me be strong-willed. If that makes me strong-headed, okay, cool, let me be strong-headed. But no longer will I be feeling an emotion or going through something and me not be able to express myself to the person who's making me feel that way. Period, point blank.
As it should be.
And I love my growth. I love where I am.
Because if you believe in God, God say be bold in your moves. Be bold.
Ain't that it?
You have to be bold, but you have to do it in a respectful way.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's okay just to walk away. You don't have to say nothing. Sometimes growth is walking away instead of having conflict. Because if you argue with a fool,
that's two fools arguing.
No, you won't know who's the fool. They won't know who's the fool because you both arguing.
Oh, man.
So sometimes you have to just, like you said, you have to just listen and really digest and process what somebody is telling you and bid it farewell.
I have a birthday coming up, y'all. Big Aquarius season coming. My birthday is January 25th. Typically, I'd be out of the country somewhere on somebody's beach, kicked up with my legs up, margarita in hand. This year, I just want some peace. I just want some quiet. I just want some self time. I just want some me time. I want the spa. I'm not doing the things I've done in the past. That's how I also know that I'm growing, because I don't care. I would be somewhere out of town. I don't. So, but yeah, this year I just want to kick back and just give me a good massage and just,
Well, with the growth that you have and the growth that I have, God has provided us always a way to go and do things that we weren't able to do.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of the world.
Mm-hmm. That we have.
But this time around, God has provided us a way to have our own piece of paradise.
Mm-hmm.
And we've purchased our own piece of paradise.
Right.
So now it's time to put the fun away
and get to business
and get this business going.
Get down to the nitty gritty
And start knocking some trees down.
Start putting up that family compound.
Start tilling up some dirt.
What? Man,
and start orchestrating and cultivating this land. So I thank God for just having that small little inkling in my head and say, baby, let's do this. And baby seen the vision. Baby didn't say, no, I want a Louis Vuitton purse. I wanna go get a BBL. I wanna go uplift my yams. No, she didn't want to do that. She said, baby, let's do this. And I'm so proud of you for even having that putting that in your head to do that. So the Most High blessed us with 14 acres. And then 14 acres going to help put all our children, Kimara, Kiara, Tyree, Taria, Diaja, Willow, Serenity, Aubrielle, and Royalty on a place
on one property
to where won't nobody be able to come and take it.
Ain't that it?
And they'll stand on business.
Ain't that it?
And when we're dead and gone, they still got a home.
Ain't that it?
And we're creating and building our own legacy. We're putting our own tree and limbs together. And God is good
all the time.
And all I know is that I want to do this. I want to do this. And my wife said, let's do this. Come on, man.
We could have easily went and purchased us a 4 or 5 bedroom house that was already constructed, somebody else's dream house, pretty much. We could have already went and bought somebody else's dream house, moved in, and be doing our thing. That wasn't our vision. Our vision was literally to start with a raw piece of land so that we can build a family compound, and all of our children and children's children would have a place to call home. We wasn't just thinking about self. We were also thinking about our legacy and our future. Those that are to come after us. Those were the thoughts that we had when we went to purchase this land, man. And it just feels so good to be able to, like I said, when I say we first time on a lot of things, like his family owns land in McKinney, but that was deeded to them. Like that was passed down from generation to generation to generation. On our end, we're the ones starting that legacy of having that land to be able to pass down generation to generation to generation. So I never take nothing away from his family in the way that his grandmother's people and grandfather's people set up their legacy. But now it's this set of Seagraves time to set up our legacy and to do things how we feel it's supposed to be done, as opposed to always thinking that your parents or your grandparents or your great grandparents owe you something. No, they don't owe us nothing, but we're gonna make sure that we have some things to pass down to our kids. Let me just put it like that.
Man,
I want to educate our kids on this property. I want these kids to be able to build their own, have their own horses and, just pool. And we already have 2 pieces of water on there where we can fish and hunt and just it's just gonna be beautiful. We're gonna have our own vegetation out here. Like we already have it set up to where we know exactly what we want to do. We're just implementing everything and put it into play. And anytime we post that, when we put it out there and we just showing y'all them 14 acres, we're really proud of ourselves. We're really proud of where we came from. We're really proud of where we're going. So we're not doing it to be boastful or to brag. We're just doing that because it's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to break out of the norm. It's okay to not want to go live in somebody else's dream house.
Man.
It's okay to want to do your own thing and have your own set of what you feel like should be done. And that's all we're doing at this point in time is figuring out our own way in life and the way we want to do things. That's how we're living. We're not living it according to somebody else's blueprint. We are creating our own blueprint and living life according to how we see fit to live it.
Because we got tired of HOA.
Man, because we live in an HOA community right now, and it's just ridiculous. You know, my husband had he has a trucking business, and it was like, you know,
we had our trailer
every other day. Like, oh, we came to Texas for a week, or we came to Texas for a week. When we got back from Texas for that week, our whole trailer had been towed. It was a whole bunch of petty stuff, and we knew it was petty, but at the same time, it's like that's what you do in an HOA neighborhood.
That's right.
So that was another reason that made us want to go purchase a piece of property that couldn't be governed by somebody else. Basically,
we make the rules.
We made sure that it wasn't under HOA. We made sure that we were able to put up multiple dwellings on this one property. We made sure that it had running water on this property. We made sure that the things that we're looking for and trying to implement, that we can implement these things. We made sure that we're going to be out the way on this property. We made sure that when you pull up on our property, you can't see our house from the street. Like literally, it's going to be so dope. And I don't
There's
even
no
know.
commercial
Honestly, I don't
real
even
estate
feel like
around.
we're going to share our house, what it looked like, no nothing. I make sure the inside, let y'all see a little bit of inside, but as far as everything, like the whole setup, y'all don't deserve to see that because y'all wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Y'all wasn't with him pulling that truck. Y'all wasn't with us on them hard nights and the nights that we struggled and the things that we had to go through in order to get these things that we're about to have going forward. Y'all wasn't with us. But hey, you never know how we may feel after a little bit while for you. You don't know. But
God said, God said he prepares a table in front of thine enemy. And they will watch. They will see. All the naysayers and all those people that build a hole for you.
That dig a hole for you. They digging one for themselves. They gonna fall into
God said, I got you.
Ain't that
God has shown me, man, he saved a wretch like me. And some people know me from way back, the old key. And God has brought me, so far from that dark hole. That dark hole is a booger. And to climb up out of the grave, man, to be a new person, I thank you. I thank you, Lord. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And also, man, I just want to say this. If somebody's out there listening, I don't know what's going on with my childhood friend. He was always a good friend. Corey Jackson, you are in my prayers. And somebody reach out and let him know that everything is going to be all right. And that I'm here for him. Because he needs that. He's a good man. And a lot of people know him. He's a good man. And I just want him to understand that he ain't in this alone. So prayers go out to him. And I don't fool with a lot of people, but it's a couple of people that I grew up with, I fool with, and he's one of them. He's a solid dude. And everybody knows he's a solid dude. So right now he needs some solid people around him. He needs some solid people to hug him and hold him and let him know that it's okay. That trials and tribulations come and certain people gonna leave you. And those that you think that are supposed to be there for you in your time of need, they gonna flee.
Ain't nowhere to be found.
And from a far way, I am here, Mr. Jackson. I am here for you. And I'm gonna keep you held up in prayer, man.
We gonna keep you held up in prayer.
You know what I'm saying? And just know that I'm here, that my wife is here. And we gonna make it. And if somebody's out there got a phone number for him or have direct contact for him, man, get at me. inbox me or whatever you got to do, get at me because I'm worried about that young man. A lot of people worry but talk about you. No, I ain't that type of friend. I ain't that type of associate. I ain't that type of brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people and I see them discarded my homie. Okay? And I just want you to know that I love you and I'm here for you, brother.
So on a lighter note, going forward, we're going into the playoffs in football. Who are your picks? Tell me who's playing against who. I'll give you my picks and then you give me your picks.
Well, I already went 4 and
we're not talking about the past.
No. You asked me, so let me split my speed.
Okay, go ahead.
Right now, I'm 4-2.
Okay.
After the wild card. This week is the divisional. I'm going with the Ravens over the Bills. I'm looking for Texans to upset the Chiefs. I'm looking for the Texans to upset the Chiefs.
Texas. Ooh,
I'm looking for oh my God. I won't say Saquon Barkley and Philadelphia to win, but man, them Rams they hard to beat, man, once they get going, man, and them boys are rolling.
So that's your picks?
But I'm going with Philly.
Okay, so
hold on, I got one more.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
We got one more, and I'm going with the Commanders.
So start off again. Who and who's playing?
You have in the AFC, you got the Ravens and the Bills.
The Ravens.
You got the Chiefs and the Texans.
I want the Texans to win, but the Chiefs gonna run over them.
Okay, so you got Philly and Detroit.
Woo!
I mean, I'm sorry, you got Philly and the Rams.
Well, the Rams is looking good though, man.
Okay.
The Rams looking real good, man. But I don't know. I don't want to say the Rams. I ain't gonna say the Rams, but the Rams looking real good.
So who you going with?
We're gonna roll with LA on that one.
So you go, and then you got Detroit and the Commanders.
Detroit. That's how we gonna rock and roll. So y'all got our picks here live. Y'all got our picks. So yeah, y'all know that when it comes to sports, me and this man go back and forth, fourth and back.
And please, Dion, don't go to Dallas. If they're gonna pick up Dion, man, don't go to Dallas, man. Please don't. Unless you can, you can get your son them over in there.
Just last night you was rooting for Dion to go to Dallas. Now all of a sudden you don't want Dion to go. You gotta make your mind up.
Y'all,
I did my picks, but everybody know who my team is though, right? I gave y'all my picks, but y'all know who my team is, though, right?
Man, get that bull job out of
y'all. Okay, so I have a funny story. It may not be funny, but it's funny to me.
Man, you see the waves?
I was on my way home from work the other morning, and it was snowing. We knew it was snowing. They didn't let us go home early. I had to come home at a normal time. I got stuck twice, y'all, twice. So the first time I get stuck, it's a gentleman that gets out of his car and he's trying to direct me and tell me what to do. So I'm doing what he's telling me to do, and we just can't get it. We just can't get it. So I tell him, hey, you get in my vehicle and I'm going to push. He gets in there. He says, I don't know how to drive this. I ain't never drove one of these. So I tell him, how do you know? Drive, reverse, blah, 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 blah. He gets in there. Then it's another young man that seen what was going on. He jumped out. He said, Auntie, y'all need some help. And look, at that moment, y'all, I had to realize I'm Auntie now. But anyway, the young man gets out. He helps me push it. So we get the vehicle going. Cool. So I'm on my way home. And the whole time, y'all, I got like my FaceTime. I got my phone sitting in my window and I got it on FaceTime, but I got the FaceTime like facing I got it facing the street so my husband can see what's going on. So then I get stuck a second time. I just called my husband crying like, babe, I'm just praying and just asking God to just bring me home. God, just bring me home. The
whole time I'm on live with, I'm on FaceTime.
On FaceTime. So I'm like, God, just bring me home. Just bring me home. So I let him know where we are. I'm probably like 3 minutes, like literally 3 minutes from the house. And he pulls up in front of me. And so he's trying his best to push my vehicle to get my vehicle to go.
It just won't
go. It just won't go. At that same time, probably about six Hispanic men jumped out and was like, man, y'all need some help. I seen what was going on. And I
let me tell this part. First, we had about 5 or 6 cars pass us up with no help.
Just kept passing.
Then the guy pulled up and said, "Man, I seen you out here," and I called up my homeboys in them, and about 6 of them come in 3 trucks.
Man, when I say that was so dope. So the point of my story is to let y'all know that as long as you continue to be a good person in life, I feel like the universe will always look out for you, man. The universe will send you what you need right when you need it. You won't have to do no heavy lifting. When I say God came through in that moment, because my husband was not able to get my vehicle moved, the man jumped out. That man said, "Hey, man, I seen what was going on, and I called my homeboys, and they pulled it. Like they all pulled up together.
Man, together.
Like, I just cried. I thought it was just so special. But like I said, the point of my story was just to let y'all know, just cause if you're a good person with a good heart, it's okay to have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to not let nobody change who you are. It's okay to not change your character because those around you are faulty. Those around you ain't solid. Those around you are not standing up for you in the manner that you would have them stand up for you in. Don't let that change and detour who you are as an individual. Just keep being that good person. Just keep being solid. And I promise you, God is going to provide you with the people that you need around you in order to make the things happen for you in your life that are supposed to happen.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? To all of my Black people out there, y'all, I really want y'all to invest in life insurance, man. Like, it's real heavy right now. Like we losing a lot of people back to back to back to back to back. We are losing our loved ones at record numbers. And some of these people that are losing their people, they don't have any life insurance on these people, man. I'm not the smartest of people, but I'm smart enough to know and understand what a life insurance policy can do for somebody who's really in the need to bury their loved one and to keep you from having to start a GoFundMe, to keep you from having to shake a cup when it's time for that person to pass. If you have your affairs in order while you're here and living, then when whomever passes away, there should be no excuses as to why you can't get your loved one properly buried. You know what I'm saying?
If not buried, at least get cremation.
I'm not a judgmental person, but I see so many of y'all in the club every weekend. I see so many of y'all popping bottles. I see so many of y'all with your big weed and your big this and your big that.
And your new iPhones and your...
Y'all swear y'all the shit with these iPhones. Y'all ain't shit. I just
insurance on the iPhone.
I don't have. I pay for an iPhone, but I'm not an iPhone person. I prefer Samsung. But anyway, let me finish my sentiment. Y'all have to take care of your business as an adult. There's no way you can call yourself grown if you're not handling grown folks' responsibilities. And I know as a Black community, it's cliche to talk about life insurance. We don't want to talk about it. Oh, that makes me mad. Don't say that. I don't want to think about that. You don't have to think about death in order for death to hit you.
We all got an expiration date.
Just like we're born on a certain day, we also have to die on a certain day. So with that being said, just make sure that you have your financial affairs in order so that you're not leaving your loved ones behind to mourn, and not only mourn, but stress over how they're going to take care of your final expenses, y'all.
Okay.
It's so important. Like, it's so important. There's so many different companies out there right now that are offering life insurance, final expense insurance, whatever it is that you need, they have something for your family, but you have to get with the professional that's in that field to be able to break it down for you as to the coverage, as the proper coverage that you'll need in order to be able to take care of your business. Okay, so if you have children, please get life insurance,
because it ain't old folks just dying no more.
It's not.
It's a lot. These young folks is dying rapidly, whether it's off of these prescription drugs, this fentanyl, the social media has them where they mental capacity ain't going up all the way anymore. I'll say your elevator ain't going up. You know, they competing and doing these TikTok challenges and stuff that don't make no sense. You know, their self-esteem is coming down. They you know, this social media got them where they think it's really a microwave world that they can get it just like that. No, you still got to put in the work to have what you want. It takes years of work to get these things. This overnight sensation stuff, they're not showing you the behind the scenes of what really going on. Them selling their souls, them having to get down on all four and bark like dogs and be compelled to do these certain things in order to have a certain status. You know, you don't see these things. You know, they really. Thanks, Tracy. Go Packers. You know, and we really gotta really get our children and hug them and hold them tight, man, because this internet is really distorting our children's vision. You know what I'm saying? And
it's starting so young. These kids
are
having cell phones like
at 7, 8 years old. That's ridiculous. To give your child at 7 and 8 years old a phone and let the world have access to your children. No, And I've said it over and over again. Willow won't receive a phone, an actual phone, until she's 13, 14, 15 years old. She has an iPad. We don't stop her from being a kid and having certain technology. But to have a phone to where they go to school with a phone, they in class on their phone, they come out of school, they on a no.
We also, with her iPad though, we do weekly. We monitor her. We monitor her entire tablet as a parent. So you
Mm-hmm.
have certain parental things that you can put on there to where certain things they can't even search up. You able to go check the iMessages. You able to check who they FaceTiming. You
Man,
able to keep them from downloading certain apps. Willow's biggest thing was, well, so and so got it, so and so doing it, and I have to hurry up and stop her. Hey, I'm not their mama, and this ain't their daddy. So however they choose to run their household, I don't have nothing negative to say about it. But you're not gonna be doing it just because so and so downloaded Roblox, or because so and so is on TikTok, or because so and so has got this social media platform. At that age, you shouldn't be focused on nothing but being a young person. And it's like putting all of that in front of them kids. It's like you said, man. It's messing with their self-esteem. It really does mess with their self-esteem.
Ain't no way in the world a 7 or 8-year-old Willow comes home and talk about, they be saying something about Big Back at school. What the heck do kids need to know about Big Back? You're just eating. It don't make your back big unless you stop working out. You know what I'm saying?
Big back.
This you gotta watch the words that are coming out of your mouth, and that's why they are called spells. You're spelling. Those are spells you're putting over your life. And you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You got to understand where these words derive from and how to use them in their proper context. You know what I'm saying? So with that little bit, just understand that there are certain words that you absolutely should not be using anymore.
Speak life into your kids. Pay attention to your kids. Spend time with your kids. A lot of people give these kids these tablets and stuff and these phones because they don't have the time for their kids. Let's just keep it real. Willow only gets her tablets on the weekend. Monday through Thursday, Willow's not even allowed on her tablet. She's not allowed to watch TV. Willow doesn't get her tablet until Friday, and we take it right at a certain time on Sunday. So that's literally 2 days, if that this child has screen time when it comes to being on her TV or being on her tablet. And I understand I'm not everybody's parent, and that's okay. That's cool. But at the same time, these things that y'all are allowing to raise y'all's kids dictate how they act. It dictates how they treat people. It dictates their self-esteem. It dictates what they find beautiful. It dictates basically it's raising y'all's kids. But I understand some of y'all are parents, but y'all do not have time for them kids. So y'all shove a phone in their face. Y'all shove tablets in their face. Y'all allow them to watch TV all weird odds of the day and the night. That's cool. I'm not judging you, but just understand that when your child is one who has low self-esteem, who is easily influenced, who talks about other people because they don't have a phone, they don't have a this, they don't have a that. That's just y'all are teaching these children the most ugly habits, and it's just y'all ain't accountable for it. And that's the big part about it, is if you're gonna allow your child to be that type of child, be that parent that's gonna be ready to box behind mine, because I'm a box behind mine every time. I don't care that she don't come to school with a phone. I don't care that she don't have. I don't care. What she does have is morals, values, respect. She knows how to treat people. She knows how to talk to people. She's gonna always be yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no,
and
sir.
She ain't running around here talking about what.
When you call her name, she don't say what.
No, we don't do that.
Right.
We don't do that.
Right.
And then Willow plays soccer. Willow plays basketball. Willow plays flag football, gymnastics, dance,
tennis. Should we keep going? So we in all types of extracurriculars behind this one.
Not only to add on to that, we still take Willow to the park, and not just any park. We take her to the park to where she can have social contact, interaction. We take her to the library so she can pick books and know the Dewey Decimal System, and understanding what it means to go to the library and read and take your mind so far beyond where you've been in this world. These are the things that we do. And I'm not saying we're better than anybody, but this is the ground foundation to have a healthy child in this modern world. In this modern world, yeah, we have to get with the times, but we don't have to be of that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Don't let your child be conformed to this robot way. We are an emotionalist society right now, and that's not healthy for anybody. We need one another. We thrive off of social
interaction.
Just sitting down and talking to somebody and truly wanting to know how they day went, understanding how they live life and what can we do to be of service to one another. We don't want to be of service to one another. Everybody just wants to be serviced, and that's not the way life is. I come up from a shake hand town, and your word means everything. And right now, my word means everything to me, so I want it to mean everything to the world.
Ain't that it?
That's it. That's it.
With that
More
being said, you
value.
guys, we love y'all. We're going to make sure to keep bringing y'all dope content. We're going to make sure we stay consistent this year. If there's anything y'all would like to talk with us about, you can always hit us up via social media. You can hit us up on our YouTube page if you haven't
Seagraves
already.
Says.
We would love for you to like, share, and subscribe. This Seagraves Says. Let's blow these podcasts through the water. And we're just going to continue to love on each other and be blessed with one another. And, I believe in you.
I believe in you. And God believes in you. Like Steve Harvey say, talk to God. He want to hear from you. You heard me?
Love y'all.
Seagraves Says, peace, love, and happiness.